Hello, everyone. My name is Fatou Nano Gibba from the Gambia. I am the founder of Fana Farm, which is an organic farming business that raises chicken and grow organic vegetables. I started the business back in 2019, and I'm here to share my story to inspire youths out there, especially the women, and also give my advice to the youths and women who want to venture in the same kind of business. And I'm so happy to be here for just for Women Africa. And I'm really pleased to be here to share my story.
What inspired you to start Fana Farms and why did you choose poultry and vegetable farming?
Okay, my inspiration for Fana Farm went back to my childhood. I was raised by my grandmother. She was a trader. In the morning. She would just go to the market to sell vegetables, or when she come back, she normally do a little garden at home. That's where the inspiration comes from. So because we are the only one at home, she normally takes me to the market with her. Then in after my university in 2018 to 2019, I was searching for a job but couldn't get one. So I was like, what can I do for myself than just sitting at home waiting for employment? Then the idea came to me that let me start my own business. But what will I do? Then I started within myself to do something that I really like. I know I like to trade. I've been doing a lot of trading. I sold food, grains, and even zobo just to have some income. So then I decided to say, okay, let me start a business for myself. But what business would I do? I look within myself. I realize I like agriculture and growing stuff. And also in the Gambia, it's a business that is very lucrative. That people tend to buy vegetables every day. They use it in their meals. So that's the inspiration for Fana Farm to create job for myself and also for other people.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced?
So one of the biggest challenges was the finance to start the farm because farming business really requires a lot of income and also to get the land to do the farming on it. So to solve the issue with the finance, I tried all means to get finance, but because I was not employed, I couldn't get it. So I sold my laptop that I use during my university and then started the business. But even the sales of the laptop couldn't take me for long. So my husband saw that I was keen to doing the business thing. So he came in and support, and my brother too also helped me. I started with 50 broilers.
Why is farming so important for food security in the Gambia?
Farming is so important for food security in the Gambia because most of what Gambians eat come from farming. Uh, Especially our staple food is rice, which is good, and most of it is being imported from outside countries like India, Pakistan, and other countries. And Senegal also supplies us a lot of vegetable. So us doing farming as Gambians ourselves, we will be able to use the food that we need and at a lesser price and very nutritious food compared to the imported ones that come in. So farming is really important for the Gambia to be food secured and food self-sufficient.
How many chickens do you raise and what breeds do you focus on?
Now we are at 250 per batch layers, and for broilers we are at 500. But inshallah, by the grace of God, by April, our poultry house will be ready, and we're increasing our capacity to 1,000 bats for layers and still maintaining the 500 for broilers. We focus both on both layers and broilers, but we started initially with broilers. Then, while supplying our customers, they normally ask for eggs too. That's when we introduce the layers.
What does a day in poultry farming look like for you and your team?
Okay, in the morning when we wake up, normally the security guy opens the door for us, and then we go first and we tend to check our stocks that everything is okay. There is no uh, pet that is feeling sick or showing signs of sickness. Then we pick up our eggs, then we clean up and then change our water and then give feed. If there is any vaccination that needs to be done, we do it earlier in the morning, and then after that we pack. Then some go for delivery of the eggs and also vegetables if we have order, and then we proceed to the watering. Then after watering our plants, we sit and do other house work, like getting sorry doing our inventories and also maybe polling customers and see how best we can get sales for the day.
How do you handle common poultry diseases, and what measures do you take to keep your chickens healthy?
Okay, the first measures we take to keep our poultry healthy is biosecurity. That's a protocol we don't play with. That's we have disinfectants at the door of our poultry, the main door coming in and also to the house, and we also limit access to the poultry house. We make sure our poultry house is clean and it also dry all the time because moist can tend to spread disease easily. We also make sure vaccinations and medicines are given to the bird at the right time, and also we give make sure they are feed very well with quality feed and also water that hydrated very well every day.
Who are your customers for your chickens and vegetables?
Right now we focusing on the local market, and also we sell directly to our customers. They either make a call for the eggs or the chicken, we deliver it to them, or they will come to the poultry house and then we send it to them. We also sell to local shopkeepers, but for restaurants and hotels, we are working on that with the increase of our capacity and also talking to them to see how best we can supply it.
What vegetables do you grow, and which ones are most in demand?
Okay, right now the vegetables we grow is tomato, cucumber, onion, okra, cabbage, lettuce, etc. And the most in demand is our tomato and the onion. They're the ones that we supply more.
Why is onion and tomatoes more in demand than the other vegetables?
Like tomato and onion is like it's a daily staple food for the Gambia. It's like most of all our food we get tomato and onions in them.
What are some of the biggest pests and plant diseases you deal with, and how do you manage them?
Pest and disease that we dealt with most first with the vegetable was nematodes. That's a pest that affects the roots of the plants. So what we did was we used organic means to tackle the pest. Most we add a lot of compost into our farm. We also did crop rotation. We use mulching and also make sure all the time our plants are having aeration. The soil is not that compact all the time. And for also we have early blights that normally affect tomatoes. So what we did with that, anytime we see a plant that is affected and not much, we immediately remove that plant. We also give a lot of space for air to flow between our vegetables. We also this thing stopped overwatering of our overhead watering of our vegetables, and we make sure all the vegetables, our especially the tomatoes, are watered at the soil level, and any leaves that are very close to the soil are being removed at an early stage.
What is the biggest challenge in selling fresh vegetables in the Gambia?
Uh, we sell directly to our customers, and also we sell to wholesalers to make sure our market is fast because they are perishables. One of these challenges has to do with wholesalers because the price for vegetable is not fixed in the Gambia. So you have to negotiate with your wholesalers to sell. And farmers in the Gambia, we tend to produce at the same time. So sometimes you go to sell your vegetables and you reach to the market, you go with your price, but the wholesaler will be like, no, I can take it to this price. You have to beat it at a very low price to what they want. And you either have to sell it to them to that, or you leave it, they go to another farmer. And when you go back to it, you go to the farm with it, you can't, if you don't have a cold store, you cannot store it and it end up turning into a waste. So we tend to give our vegetables at just any cost that the wholesalers wanted.
How do you balance chicken farming and vegetable farming on the same land?
For us, we have a different section for the vegetables and also for the chickens on the farm. And the chickens are kind of like in a enclosed environment. So it's kind of like easy for us. One side, you just go and deal with your chicken. When you're done, then go to the other side and then do your farming there. They're not at like very close approximate in the farm. They're a bit far away and at different compartments.
Does the community in Gambia support women in farming?
For us, like women real farming is really accepted, I would say. There is not much challenge to it because 75% of the workforce doing farming is actually women doing it. So we are actually in the agriculture industry of the Gambia. So it's really not an issue for women doing farming in the Gambia. Just we are just facing a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to land ownership. Because owning a land in the Gambia as a woman is really difficult, and also getting the support and the funding that we need to do the farming at a larger scale. That's really the thing that is affecting us.
So, what do you think can be done to make it easier for women to own a land in Gambia?
I think the first the government needs to help us by coming up with um, land policies that allow women to own land freely, and also making it easy to get land when it comes to finance, because land is a bit expensive now for in the Gambia. So getting to have that money to buy a big size land to do your farming is very difficult. So the government can come with initiatives that help farmers own land at a lower cost, because most of the farmers are really poor individuals.
How come 75% of women are into farming in the Gambia?
Uh, I think it comes with the perspective of people when it comes to farming, because they believe like if you're farming, you're like a poor person. That's why you're farming, or is for the old and not really a repetitive business like people look at it. So some of the women are like illiterate, and most of the thing they can do is they have their manpower. So they see the farming as a much easier means of getting a source of income for themselves than doing other kinds of stuff. And some also grow up in a family that they've seen for generation to generations. All their parents are farmers, so they tend to also love to do it to continue the other family's legacy.
Where do you see Fana Farm in the next 5 to 10 years?
Okay, in the in 5 years, I want to see Fana to be a household name. That when any household think of getting poultry product or vegetable product, Fana Farm will be the first name that comes to their mind. And in 10 years' time, I pray want to see Fana Farm being one of the leaders in poultry in organic products, farm products in the Gambia, and also to also import to other African countries at the grace of God.